Your company is in the market for new call center software, and you've heard that Zoom has thrown their hat into the ring for call center software. So you're wondering, hey, I know Zoom's a big name out there, but do they do a good job with call center software? My name is Mike Smith. I'm the president of Aerocom. Let's put our heads together on this. But first, since we're talking about Zoom, if you'd like to see a demo on Zoom's contact center, or you'd like a quote on it, don't reach out directly and call Zoom. Call me. I'll introduce you to the right rep that you should be working with over at Zoom. I'll oversee the quoting process. I'll oversee the demo process. And I'll also introduce you probably to another competitor or two of Zoom's that you should be considering side by side with Zoom. I'm a broker for all the major cloud, call center, contact center service providers out there. I've been doing this for over 20 years. So I know the landscape really well. So based on your company's requirements, I'll introduce you to the right companies. I'll show you Zoom, I'll show you the others, and I will definitely help you make a lot better decision in a fraction of the time. So send me an email, give me a call. I'd love to help you, and it won't cost you a thing. Also, don't forget to go to our website, aerocominc.com. Take a look at the reviews on Zoom, take a look at other providers, take a look at all the blogs I have on there. A lot of good stuff on that website. I bet you have never seen a website like that in our industry. So go check it out and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of my future videos that I'll put out. Well, as I typically like to do, I like to hit you right away with the most valuable information, which is I'm going to give you the two scenarios or two aspects of your company that will make you guys a great fit for Zoom Contact Center. Now, this doesn't mean for sure. Obviously, there's a lot of other stuff we're going to talk about later in the video, and your company has a lot of your own requirements. So it's not perfect, but if your company is using Zoom today, like you're using Zoom for conferencing, maybe you're using Zoom Phone, that would be number one reason why Zoom Contact Center call center software might be a good fit for your company. Also, number two is if your call center today is pretty basic and you're looking to elevate just a little bit, like you're not already super advanced and looking to replace it with the most advanced call center solution out there. Your company actually has a call center, and right now maybe it's just phone calls and maybe it's just kind of some basic reporting going on, nothing too fancy, but you are interested in seeing how you could maybe elevate your game a little bit. And in that scenario, like you have Zoom Phone today and you're looking to upgrade and get things improved a little bit, that would be a really good scenario for Zoom Phone off the top of my head. Now there's, again, a lot of other things to consider, but I think those would be two pretty good starting points. All right, now let's talk about all the other aspects of call center software and how I think Zoom really stacks up. Number one, I always say this is the most important thing, is service quality, like uptime, and customer service. Zoom does a great job at both of those. They have great service quality, great uptime, and great customer service. Hey, I know that I never say customer service departments are perfect because you're calling into customer service, but at the same time, what I look for in customer service is the majority of the time, do they fix the solution? Or is it like chronic problems that always keep coming back? So they do a good job at both of those things. Also, you probably heard on my other videos, I like to talk about 5-year viability. Do I think that this solution is going to be around for at least 5 years? Because that's kind of that technology window where we expect a good technology to be around for about 5 years. And yes, I think Zoom Contact Center will definitely be around for 5 years. I've seen them pumping so much money into research and development into this product over the last few years. There's no doubt they're fully invested in it and they're growing it like crazy. So yes, I think it's got a really good chance they're going to be around it in the next 5 years as much as any other competitor out there. Now, in terms of their user experience and admin experience, I think both are also really good. It's really easy for users to use. It's not very complicated. Also for admins as well, very easy to use. I have heard a couple people say that there's so many options in there. They have so many features that from the administrative standpoint, if you're not technical, it might be hard to understand what some of those things are. But for the most part, when it comes to call centers, most of the times the admin has a pretty good handle on that stuff. So I think they do a really good job with both user experience and admin experience. Zoom Contact Center also has an AI companion, so they're really up to speed when it comes to AI, and they're really pushing that envelope every single month. Something else that's really important is Omni-Channel. Zoom Contact Center is fully Omni-Channel, so that includes voice, video, SMS chat, web chat, email, and social media. So they do all that stuff. So you can take all those communication channels and put them into a single pane of glass so that agents can take a call on the software 1 minute and then the next minute they're interacting on a chat. So they're fully omni-channel if that's something your company is interested in. Something that's also gaining a lot of popularity out there is IVA. That's interactive virtual agent. So, or sometimes intelligent virtual agent, depending on who you talk to, right? So what that is, that's a bot. So that's a voice bot or maybe a chat bot that is going to be able to interact and use AI to figure out what the person needs and maybe feed them some information right away so that you don't have to connect to a virtual or to a real live agent. So Zoom has that. I'd say their IVA is not quite as advanced with their large language model as some of the biggest contact center solutions out there, some of the biggest names, but they're pretty good and they're growing and they're really enhancing that technology every single month. So they're continuing to develop it, and it's there. Again, like I said in the very beginning of the video, if you have a call center and you may not be looking to get too advanced, but you're looking to maybe take one step into that advanced call center realm, their IVA is just fine for that. Quality management or quality assurance is another big category for contact center software, and Zoom does a great job with that. So what that is that's customer sentiment analysis, that's call scoring. The one thing I'd say that they don't have that I've seen other providers have that's pretty cool, they don't have automated CSAT scores, customer satisfaction scores, but they do have automated call scoring, and they have really good sentiment analysis. So and they can evaluate agents and how your agents are talking, if they're talking too fast or all that good stuff. So they can really help you improve your customer satisfaction ratings, and they can also really help you dive deep into what's going on those calls through customer sentiment. Zoom also checks the box on dialers, so if your company has an outbound dialer, Zoom can do that. You're also going to check the box with Zoom Contact Center when it comes to compliance. So if you need to be PCI compliant and maybe process credit cards, have agent process credit cards in a secure manner, they can do that. If you need to be HIPAA compliant, Zoom Call Center is also HIPAA compliant, so they cover pretty much most of the compliance areas. Workforce automation is something that some of the advanced call centers have, and Zoom actually has workforce automation. I would say it's not quite as advanced as the biggest names in contact center software, but again, it's pretty good for a company who's just diving into workforce automation. And what that is, that's your ability to have AI tell you, hey, at this time of day, you typically need this many agents. Based on past call behaviors, things like that, seasonality, it can kind of predict what your staffing needs are. A big one that you're probably wondering is how much does Zoom call center software cost? Well, they have 3 tiers of pricing, and it starts at around $60 per month per contact center agent for the lowest tier, and then it goes up to maybe like $120 per month per contact center agent for all the bells and whistles and all the features, like we're talking about IVA and the really fancy stuff, workforce automation, like that type of stuff. So you're looking at about $60 to $120 per seat. And now obviously, if you have a lot of seats, that price is negotiable. So there will be some discounts applied. I'm kind of giving you general, more like shelf pricing on that stuff. But if you guys have a lot of agents, you're going to get a little bit lower pricing than that. Again, contact me. My customers pay a little bit less than that. Something you also might be wondering about is their global reach. So do you have locations that are not in the United States? Well, Zoom has some of the best global reach out there. So they can reach more countries than almost any other vendor out there. So Zoom definitely does a good job with that. Obviously, they've gotten into that with video conferencing and their conferencing solutions. So a very global company. You won't have any problems with Zoom when it comes to global reach. And lastly, let's talk about integration. Something that contact centers should be looking into, for the most part, in my opinion, is integration. So what CRM are you using? And can that contact center solution fully integrate into that CRM so that your agents never have to leave the CRM? Hopefully, they can live inside your CRM and get all the contact center features that they need, and they're not having to go to Zoom to operate in the Zoom application. Well, Zoom does a really good job at this. They have an open API, which is great. They also have great integrations with Salesforce, Zendesk, ServiceNow, HubSpot, a lot of the major CRMs out there. The Teams integration, they're not one of the certified, Microsoft certified Teams integration providers yet, but they are working on that integration, and that will probably be coming soon, knowing Zoom. They're really putting a lot of money into this product. They're really trying to really push this to be one of the top contact center services out there. So expect that coming soon. All right, so that's my review on Zoom. A lot of good stuff. I think it's a really good product. Again, I think it's a great fit if your company already has Zoom Phone or is planning on using Zoom Phone and has a call center that is definitely a call center, but maybe not super advanced right now, and you'd like to take your first step into really adding some features that are going to help you guys out. So again, if you'd like a Zoom demo or a quote on Zoom, don't reach out to Zoom directly. Reach out to me. You'll probably get a better price when you contact me, and I will also introduce you to the other competitors that you might want to compare to Zoom Contact Center and Zoom Phone. So send me an email, give me a call. I'd love to help you. I'm a broker for all the major cloud call center vendors out there, and I've been doing this for over 20 years. So I know the landscape inside and out, and within a few questions that I'll ask you, I can tell you the best vendors you should be quoting and why, and just overall help you guys make a lot better decision in a fraction of the time. And the nice thing is, I won't charge you anything for doing that. The service providers actually pay me my broker fee, so there's no excuse not to at least reach out and see what I have to say, see if I can help you. If not, no big deal, nothing lost. You don't have to pay me. So send me an email, give me a call, I'd love to help you. If you got something from this video, it's a nice way to say thank you, is just to reach out for pricing. All right, don't forget to go to our website, aerocomminc.com, check that out, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my future weekly videos that I put out. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.